Shri Mataji, everyone. Let's put our hands together, humbly bow down, and seek permission for this morning's collective meditation. Let's raise our Kundalinis and put ourselves in a bandhan. Let's move our attention to the Mooladhara. The right hand towards Mother Earth. Attention on the left Mooladhara. We say the mantra for Shri Nirmal Ganesh. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Mother, I am innocent. Bring our right hand onto our lap. Attention on the center Mooladhara. We say the mantra for Shri Ganesha Gauri Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Gauri Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Mother, please make me innocent. Let's move our attention to the right Mooladhara, left hand towards Mother Earth. We say the mantra for Sakshat Shri Kartikeya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kartikeya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Father, please make me worthy of your appreciation, of your attention, of your love. Shri Mataji, verily you are the destroyer of all the negativities and badhas. Mother, please destroy all the evil in me. Please destroy all the enemies of my soul within me. Say the mantra for Sarva Rakshasa Hantri. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sarva Rakshasa Hantri Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Father, you who are Shri Kartikeya, please accept my surrender at your lotus feet. Please destroy all the hindrances within me to my spiritual ascent, to achieving the collective consciousness, being dissolved in the ocean of love and compassion of the divine. Move both our hands on our lap and we move our attention to the center heart. Let's put our right hand on our center heart and we'll say Jai Jagadamba 12 times. We'll continue listening to this speech from Saturday. And the spiritual root of fear.
I've told you the first reason, the family insecurity. Because they're literally frightened. Nobody will believe the British who ruled us are such frightened people. But they are. They are frightened of each other, they are frightened of themselves. The reason is the center heart is absolutely weak. I've told you the first reason, the family insecurities. The child does not know when he comes back from school whether his mother would be there or she would be gone. They don't have mothers who can bear a lot from the husbands and smile and show no signs of their agony to their children. But the mothers in that country, I have seen, always try to use their children from all kinds of emotional blackmail, you can call it. They try to torture the child by telling all the things the husband is doing to them and whatever is the problem they are facing with the husbands. So the child is not secured by the mother, but on the contrary, child starts giving security to mother there. At a very young age it starts, and the child becomes extremely negative and left-sided. He feels that he is born in a place full of hatred, insecurity and fear. When the bhaktas are born in those countries, they are also the same way. Because they think if they have to go to a guru, the guru, as known so far, tortures them or extracts all the money, takes their pariksha, tests, and he sometimes leaves them high and dry on the streets. But in our country, the goddess has taken incarnation many a times. Thousands times she has taken here her birth. Whenever the bhaktas called her, when they are pestered by the negative forces, she came on this earth to save them. These things used to be just accepted by people, but never were really accepted in their hearts. People thought these are some sorts of mythological stories, that the goddess came on this earth and she tried to save the people. They could not believe that there could be a Shakti who could be born, who could fight these horrible Rakshasas and kill them and save her children, her bhaktas from agony. It was too much. But today in Sahaja Yoga, you have seen that when Kundalini rises and stops at the center Nabhi, you have to say the mantra of Jagadamba and the Kundalini rises. That means she resides in the center heart, and when she is being worshipped, the Kundalini rises. This center has got 12 petals, but the goddess has 1,000 hands and 1,000 eyes. She has 16,000 nadis to work out her different aspects of enlightenment. But the first thing she has to do, through her generosity and kindness and compassion and patience, she has to suck in the sins, the papa vimochini, the sins of human beings. One of the sentences in Bible was, wages of fear is sin. Or you can put it the other way around, the wages of sin is fear. If you have fear, you are committing a sin against yourself and against God. Because if Mother is Almighty and she can solve all your problems, you are under her protection, then why should you have any fear? That means you don't believe that she is that powerful. When a person is frightened, this center starts breathing fast, giving rhythmic instructions to all the antibodies. With that, you feel you are getting a palpitation in the heart. This palpitation is nothing but a signal to all the antibodies to fight the emergency of an attack. But when somebody builds up insecurity later on in life, it becomes a physical problem. If they have insecurities earlier, it is an emotional problem. But later on in life, when one develops a insecurity, any kind, like a wife is insecure about her husband. Husband is a loafer or a bad man and carrying on with other women. So that motherhood of the wife is challenged. And when her motherhood is challenged, she may get the weakening of the center, by which she may suffer quite a lot and may have even breast cancer. These insecurities can be also self-made, imaginary. People can just think about it and build up some sort of insecurities which are of no actual existence. But such fears are very much more in the West, because the life in the West has no mooring, has no explanation. Whatever you ask them, they'll say, what's wrong? A husband will say, what's wrong in having a key? And the wife will also say, all right, if he wants to have a key, let him have it. In India, no woman would tolerate such a situation. She would starve, she would do everything, but she will never touch a man who has a key. So the basis of the strength of Indian women is their sense of chastity. The sense of chastity in the Indian women is so great that nothing can deter them as long as they are chaste. But if they are not chaste, then fear settles in them very fast. Chastity is the strength of women. And that's why those women who have fear mostly have a problem of their chastity being challenged. A woman who is frightened that her chastity may be disturbed also can develop a problem with the heart chakra. Such women can develop breast cancers, breathing troubles, and other kind of frightening diseases on the emotional level also. This chakra is ruined in women when they lose their only child, because their motherhood is finished, they feel. And that is the worst thing that can happen to a woman, if she's a woman. But if she's not a woman, she doesn't feel much, and she just behaves in a very manly way. And that's what I've seen in the West, that women really don't much care when their children die. But it is because they are not women. If you are a woman, you definitely feel for your children and their death. But after some time, such a woman comes back again, and she accepts the life as it is for the sake of her husband, or maybe if she has more relations or other children. She becomes extremely powerful as a reaction to what has happened to her. That's only possible if your center of heart is all right. Such women do not grudge, do not complain, are extremely serene and can bear up lots of things. They are extremely tolerant and can go to any extent to help their children. But they are never spoiling their children. They never spoil their children because they understand spoiling is much worse than beating the child. They never spoil the children, nor ever pamper them, and never get dominated by their children. They know I have to guide the child, and I have to look after the child. So they look after all the ideals and righteousness and the virtues of the child. And if he tries to get out of it, they go all out to win him over, back to virtue and to better life. But those people, those women who do not care for actual growth of the child may just avoid it and escape. In the men, this chakra is caught up if they have lost their mother very early, or if their mother by chance is a very cruel woman. Also this chakra can be caught up by men if they have been to wars and if they have seen frightful things in the war. Such people could be extremely emotional and could be easily befooled by people who try to win over their emotions. What is to be done to improve this chakra? In Sahaja Yoga, we have many techniques by which we can improve this chakra and get your confidence back. As Patrick has said, that he never used to speak. And I have seen many actors who act very well. And when they came to my program, they said, "Mother, please don't ask us to speak because we just don't know how to speak. We can act, but we cannot speak to people." And I tried once and twice, and they ended up with 2-3 sentences mumbled down and sat down. I found out all of them had this chakra very badly damaged. Perhaps they lacked the love of their mothers, perhaps they did not love their mothers, or perhaps maybe that they did not understand the value of virginity in women. So those men who try to look at every woman who passes by, those men who try to have lusty eyes, can also develop this center very badly. And lots of problems can come through this center. One of the problems that comes through this could be lung cancer. But I've seen this center is very badly affected also by certain negligence in life. Like some people have a habit of having a very hot bath and then coming out of that hot bath and entering into some cool place. Such people will catch this center very badly and they will have a problem. Then there is another thing which looks very simple, but many people have a habit, especially summers, to wear a one single kurta or single shirt and not the undershirt. This is also not proper. A man must always have something under his shirt, otherwise when it starts perspiring, he can get trouble into this heart center. This heart center is caught up by various emotional problems in human beings. Husband and wife, if they all the time quarrel, there's always quarreling in the house, especially if the mother is very dominating, the child develops this center. And if the father is very dominating, the child develops the heart itself. So it is very important that husband and wife should never quarrel in the presence of their child.
Keep our right hand on our center heart. Shri Mataji, you who are Shri Papa Vimochini, the destroyer of all sins, please forgive me for all actions committed against my spirituality, against my spiritual growth. Mother, please destroy all the negativity of fear within me.
Om Dwamil, Om Dwamil, Dwamil, Dwamil Sakshat. Shri Jaganam, Jagadamba, 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 Sakshat. Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Both our hands on our lap, attention on the Sahasrara. Let's say the third mantra for the Sahasrara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Let's put our hands together and humbly thank Shri Mataji for the opportunity of this morning's collective meditation. Thank you everyone for your vibrational presence. Let's raise our kundalinis and put ourselves in a bandhan. Wishing you all a beautifully blissful day. Jai Shri Mataji.